Hiya knitters. This week's video is a little bit of a pearl of wisdom, but it's also a bit of a product spotlight, and that is covering HiyaHiya stitch markers. Now, we do have a range of different stitch markers, but the ones I will be focusing on for this video are our multicoloured locking stitch markers. Nice mix of different coloured stitch markers with a locking mechanism, so you can close them like so, but also undo them like so. Now, I've just quickly knitted up a piece of stocking stitch, and the needles I have here are our 6mm 20-inch stainless steel circular knitting needles, super smooth hollow tips that make for a lightweight needle that is really easy and smooth for your stitches to go across. And there are two ways in which you can use these stitch markers with your work, but they can be adapted into many different patterns. So the first one is you can pop them over your needle like so. So I've opened that one up, I'm going to pop it over the cable, and then say if I was knitting in the round, this could mark my beginning of round, this could mark a change in the pattern. As I work, that can slide over my needle and it can continue around every single row. Now, I have used these stitch markers in this way for several different projects and different reasons. One being, like I just mentioned, to mark the beginning, middle, end of a round. Other ones where I need to mark increases. So, say if on every round I needed to increase either side of this stitch, I would increase that one, slide the stitch marker over, knit into that, slide that one over, and then increase in that one. So it's a good idea to keep track of your patterns this way. Another way is if I am doing an extra large cast on, pretend that I am casting on here, I can mark every 5, 10, 20 stitches I've casted on. So say I've got a cast on of 300, it makes it super easy to check your numbers as you go. I know there are many other ways you can use this, such as on repeating patterns or marking changes in the pattern, excellent both for flat work and for knitting in the round. But the other way you can use these, unlike our yarn ball stitch markers, which are a bit of a struggle to use any other way, they mainly just loop over your needles, these ones can actually hook into your stitches. So if I get that there, sorry if it's not light enough, I can hook this through, I'll find one, there we go, a stitch. So I can use this to mark rows, say if I needed to do 4 rows from this point, I can see from this stitch being here, I need to do 4 more rows beyond it. I can use it to mark a change in pattern again, so if I do make a mistake later on, I can rip it back to this point. I just thought this would be a quick little video to explain some ways you can use stitch markers and how these ones are my favourite from the HiyaHiya range. One, they're multicoloured, which is lovely. They work across many different yarns, whereas you can get some plain silver ones out there and just plain almost invisible stitch markers, whereas I like these are big and chunky to help remind me as I go. We do offer other ones in our range, which I will pop some pictures somewhere on this screen for you. We also have our safety pin stitch markers, which, as the name suggests, are safety pins, but they can also work as stitch markers, almost in the same way that these do. They're just a different shape, a bit sharper and thinner, so better with lighter weight yarns and smaller needles. The other ones we offer are our yarn ball stitch markers, and these are decorative little yarn balls which are perfect for popping over your needles in this fashion. There is a way to put them through the stitch, but it's hard to do without damaging your work. So yeah, if this has helped you, please let me know below. Give it a like and a subscribe for fortnightly updates from the world of HiyaHiya Europe. If you are interested in buying yourself a set of these, there will be a link to all our registered stockists below. And if you'd like to become a stockist, there will be a link for registration below. And until next time, happy knitting!